Welcome to the check-in.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
Wow.
It's April now.
It's April now. God damn. We are time traveling, y'all.
Unless it's not April for you. If you're hearing this for the first time and it's like August 2027, good. Welcome.
Welcome to the Matrix. Okay, so how you doing, friend?
I have a headache and I'm hungry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had to leave the house.
It's okay. It's all right. I just, I thought I had a plan in my head that I was going to eat lunch today and it just...
Hey, we had an episode about planning.
It didn't work out. So we pivoted and got this sparkling ice with zero anything in it.
That's not a meal replacement.
I had a protein shake. 42 grams. 42 grams.
40.
Yeah. I got to keep these gains.
Wow.
You know, shame.
Because that ass got to eat.
It does. And it's hungry. That's how my ass sounds when it eats?
Yeah.
I thought it would be like more baritone, like nom 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 nom, like something like a little more.
Well, you gotta it's an inner.
This is what you can say when you have a big booty and it's other small booty people, because that's a small booty eating sound. When their ass is probably like nom nom nom.
So here is my explanation for the umpteenth time.
About your small booty?
When there are bigger asses than mine, my ass is not big. There are far bigger asses, like far bigger.
Are you done being ridiculous?
I'm not being ridiculous. I'm being for serious.
I'm just saying, and people can let me know, let's say one person's ass was 36 inches measured and the other person's ass was over 40 inches.
These are private measurements.
I said, let's just say, You
said hypothetical.
Hypothetically, a 40 is bigger than a 36. I'm just saying.
But inches, who measures ass in inches unless...
Like every Yin Yang Twin song? I don't know what you mean.
I don't know. It's going to come to me.
Well, it's okay.
Listen.
You can work on that argument again the next time that I bring up how big your ass is.
Our bigger ass. I think if it's a 60-inch ass, it's a big ass.
That is not human. That's not a human ass.
Yes, it is.
Who is rocking around with a 60-inch ass?
Half of me is Liberian. They exist.
Who is 60 inches?
Of ass, yes. So a measly 41.
Right.
The measly 41.
That's not a human being. Friend, how are you? Stop this. You're done.
I'm doing
60 inches. You just made up the biggest number that seemed okay and ran with it. Disgraceful.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm doing okay.
Great.
We're really we are coming into No.
Okay.
My eyes are just leaking, Tiffany. I have allergies. I've been around dogs all week.
And it's April. The pollen is starting.
Yo. Guys. Oh my God. The earth is dying, y'all. When we recorded this, it was supposed to be cold.
Yes.
And it is a very lovely day.
I'm sweaty. I'm sweaty with a sweater on.
I mean, yeah, so are my eyeballs.
Okay.
But no, I'm doing great. I'm getting closer and closer to the big 3-0. So I'm trying to put my big girl panties on.
You're getting closer, and some of us have passed the finish line.
Didn't you ask me how I was doing?
No. It's kind of like when you're like, hey, how are you? And the person's just supposed to say good, and then you keep moving. I'm just kidding. This isn't the kind of podcast we are.
Damn it, we'll never get into this topic. Anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I'm getting closer, and some of us have passed the finish goal. It's fine.
Me.
It's okay. Yeah. You're gonna take it on by the horns. Okay. I don't know if that's a positive saying or if I just made that up.
You were grasping before you had the words. That's what made me laugh. Because you just put your hands out there and you were like, grasp it by the...
Firmly grasp All right. All right. No, I'm doing good. I'm just, losing friends left and right. So I'm really like having the time of my life.
Oh.
And yeah, I want to talk about losing my relationship with my parents in this episode, right?
Okay. All right.
Isn't that kind of what it
So today we're talking about parenting styles. All right. And so the actual factuals today are a little juicy. I did not trim anything, but I got it from a very well trusted source, the internet. So, you guys, if you're listening to this and don't watch the YouTube video, you have to go watch the YouTube video just based on what I saw at my periph. But anyway,
What's wrong with you?
what do you mean? I'm doing great.
The internet.
That's where it came from.
God damn.
It
Okay.
was a good source, though.
I thought you were going to say something like legitimate.
It was a study. Like, it was an actual study.
Yes, I believe you. But you still just said the internet.
That's where I got it from.
Okay.
I ain't go to no library. I ain't go to no books.
No encyclopedia?
No encyclopedia. Okay? I went to the interwebs.
Okay.
Al Gore's internet. Amen. So, we have like 4 actual factuals today with a little like mini act facts.
Okay.
So,
wow.
we're just gonna get right into it because it's a lot that has to be said. So,
Yeah.
actual factual number 1 is that there are 4 different types of parenting styles. You have authoritarian, which I think most Black people can relate to. You have authoritative, which is the gentle parenting. That's what people are calling it now. That's what's fun and hot in these streets. And then you have the permissive/indulgent parent. And last but not least, the uninvolved, neglectful, and disengaged style.
So the feral children, right? That's
feral children.
They're talking about those parents. Feral children.
We're going to talk about, that's what I said I was going to be. I was going to be a deadbeat mom. And that would be the uninvolved, neglectful, disengaged style.
Why are you saying stuff over recorded airways?
Because if I am, I want people to know that I set expectations. If I'm better than that, I've done great. Set the bar really low so I can achieve.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. So the way it is, we're going to go through each style. And the way that this is going to go is I'm going to say what the parent looks like that does this style, and then what the effect is on the child and what the child may look like.
Okay.
Are you ready?
No.
All right. And I'm going to say which one of my parents is which one.
Me too.
All right, cool. So let's get into it.
The first one.
All right. Figure that out.
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay, so, well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, the authoritarian. Parents of this style tend to have a one-way mode of communication where the parent establishes strict rules that the child obeys. There is little to no room for negotiations from the child, and the rules are not usually explained. Because I said so. That's to all y'all.
Yeah.
They expect their children to uphold these standards while making no errors. Mistakes usually lead to punishment, and authoritarian parents are normally less nurturing and have high expectations with limited flexibility.
Yep.
Did I read anybody's parents out there?
That was Billiam.
Yep.
Went through.
That's my father.
Yeah, just a father. Oh yeah, your mother is a good. She's a authoritative, maybe gentle parent.
Mm-hmm.
She's a teacher, so she has that background and that knowledge of childhood psychology. But my parents were definitely just like,
do this.
You can't go to concerts. Okay, why? I really like them because we said so. You can't go to the mall. Okay, but why? I like to wander.
You do.
At least I can wander in a loop, and you know where I am. You can't spend the night at your friend's house. Do you think the air is going to turn into dairy? I don't understand. Like, there were so many, like, really, to me, ambiguous rules that I didn't appreciate. And they never got explained to me, but, like, the next year when I got older, it was like, okay, we'll tighten the reins. But I kept getting in trouble for not going to church with my dad on New Year's Eve until I was, like, 18 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, in regards to strict rules,
Yep.
that was definitely my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is a countryman.
A countryman. Where he from?
Michael, Mississippi.
Hill Michael, Mississippi.
Son of a preacher / police officer / farmer.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like
Whoa.
strictness.
Huh. Was he Baptist?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't. Actually, yes, we went to First Baptist Church of Guilford here
Damn.
in America, here in Maryland.
That is just back to back to back.
Yeah, so like for him to be authoritarian, it's literally in his essence to be this. This is probably all he experienced as
Comes
a
out
child.
of his pores.
Yeah, like he's like, this is how you parent. This is it right here.
Yeah.
So strict. Things were very strict. I remember telling people in college that I still had a curfew at 10 o'clock.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was like, what?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But
it was for an offense that happened in high school. It was like 3 years later.
The fact that you call it an offense, though.
So I'm going to say what happened. And if my father is listening to this, this is the first time he knows what happened. So I was at the mall with my friends, Chelsea and Trey. Shout out to Chelsea and Trey.
Wow, you dropped names. We dropping names this season.
Yeah, we're 30 now. What are you hiding from? And we went to a movie, and the movie let out late, but it was still within my curfew. At that time, my curfew was midnight. And Chelsea's mom had said something along the lines that it was too late and she wasn't coming to get her.
Yeah.
That might have just been an idle threat, but me and my goody two shoes care for all the peoples. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. She's going to be stranded here. Who's going to help her?
I'll take you home.
Exactly.
Okay.
I was not supposed to drive people yet with the kind of license that I had.
Yeah.
So I just took her home, and she was like in the depths of Laurel versus Hanover here. So it took a while. And by the time I got home, it was after midnight. And I tell you, you come through the gate and there's lines of trees and rows of houses. And then there's a clubhouse. Like you can see it from the gate. And as I pull in, I see my father standing in front of the clubhouse. Not even the house. He's walked from the house to stand in front of the clubhouse. And I was like, I'm in so much fucking trouble.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Damn.
at that, my curfew got reduced to 10 o'clock. And it really just stayed that way.
Damn. Did you cry that night?
I didn't, because I felt like I did the right thing.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to get into more trouble because he was strict. So I really didn't feel like there was an excuse for me to go like, oh, my friend was stranded, so I also broke the law to take her home.
Yeah.
It was like, nah, we're just going to deal with the punishment and not say anything ever.
Yeah. There was... Damn.
And
that would have
everything
scared the hell out of me. The clubhouse?
Yes. Like he really I don't even know how long he was standing out
Just
there.
saw the shining bald head coming out of the night.
Moonlight.
Illuminating the darkness.
I was just like, if anything sets the stage for the fact that you're about to get in massive fucking trouble, it's your parent going out of their way to leave the home to wait for you.
Yeah.
That's really was my dad in a nutshell. Like anything that you did, there were high expectations, not limited flexibility. You know, like he expected you to be a certain way, and if you weren't, you was getting in trouble. And
did you have a phone?
Yes, I did.
He just didn't call it.
I don't think
that could have solved a lot of problems.
Actually, I don't think he called me. No. Because I wouldn't have ignored it.
See?
He really just wanted to stand there.
He just wanted to. He was like, "Ooh, she did it. She done did it now."
And I will admit, I did lie. I did lie. I was like, "Oh, the movie let out late."
Oh, well, because you're not supposed to be driving people.
Yeah. There was no other excuse for me just coming home late. Because if the mall is closed, which it would have been closed at that time.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You know what time I went to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So. It is what it is, like, and I just dealt with that curfew. So unless I was able to spend the night at Erica's house, I was just like very much like, hey, I gotta be home. I gotta be on my porch by 9:45.
Yeah,
okay?
that was pretty. I remember that during college. I was like, what?
Yeah,
because college was my way of telling my parents in the not so nice way. I was like, I'm not asking for permission to do stuff no more. Like, I'm going to give y'all the courtesy to know that I'm alive, where I'm at. But permission? I'm doing whatever I want when I'm on campus.
I was never that bold, but since you're saying what you did, let's get into what it looks like if you were a child of an authoritarian parent. So, children that grow up with authoritarian parents will usually be the most well-behaved in the room because of the consequences of misbehaving. That's me all the way. Yes. Yeah. Additionally, they are better able to adhere to precise instructions required to reach a goal. Furthermore, this parenting style can result in children who have higher levels of aggression. That's not me, but we gonna keep going. But may also be shy, socially inept, and unable to make their own decisions. This aggression can remain uncontrolled as they have difficulty managing anger as they were never provided with the proper guidance. Yeah. They have poor self-esteem, which further reinforces their inability to make decisions. Strict parental rules and punishments often influence the child to rebel against authority figures as they grow older. That's you in a nutshell right there, that last sentence.
I don't understand why you had to attack me in all caps.
What do you mean?
What did I do? I was just sitting here minding my business.
You were literally just saying how you were going to do whatever you want and you wasn't telling nobody. like, don't be silly.
So it is something that I'm not working on right now because I really haven't. I had an opportunity in my life to like truly do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like there's always been somebody's expectation or opinion or something causing me to act in a way that's the opposite of what I actually want to do. So right now I feel very, very protective of that space that I'm in. And so like that's been like this job search has been frustrating. Yeah. But like at the end of the day, I really think I'm getting every single sign not to be employed by somebody else.
That kind of seems like the case.
It really does because it's just like, it's stuff that I'm overqualified for. These niggas aren't calling me back. And so I'm just like, Like part of me wants to reach out to one person in particular and just be like, what was it? Because...
What was it?
Because it just don't make no sense. But I mean, I think I should be my own boss right now. I think I am good at managing myself, but I am the only person that can do that. which is, you know, again, it's seeping its way into my, you know, religion. And yeah, it's getting deep. Parents.
How dare you give us things?
God damn it.
That we have to work on.
I can't believe you had me.
Damn you. Well, on that note, we can go ahead and go to the next style. So if you said that wasn't your parent that we just went over and you weren't read for filth from the last paragraph I said, your time is coming. Don't worry. Sit tight. Yes. So the next type is authoritative. So last one was authoritarian. This one is authoritative. And this is generally what people call gentle parenting. So this type of parent normally develops a close, nurturing relationship with their children. They have clear guidelines for their expectations and explain their reasons associated with disciplinary actions. Disciplinary methods are used as a way to support instead of punish. Not only can children have input into goals and expectations, but there are also frequent and appropriate levels of communication between the parent and the child. In general, this parenting style leads to the healthiest outcomes for the children, but requires a lot of patience and effort on both parties.
Yeah.
So this is definitely my mom to the T. And now that I know a human and an animal are not the same thing, but the amount of patience that I don't have for the cat at my house, like I think of my mom like waking up and commuting from like Howard County to Northern Virginia, working a full day, coming home, and then having to deal with whatever her kids were doing. Even if it was good, even if we just wanted to come and be like, hey, mommy, blah, 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 we did it, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. She never told us to shut up. All she would say sometimes is, I just want some peace and quiet. And we would proceed to ignore that and then tell her about our day anyway. So the amount of patience in this woman's body, she has more in her like pinky toe than I have in my entire body right now.
Yeah.
So the patience and effort, I understand at a very high level now that I'm an adult.
That might be like just the motherly. I don't know. Maybe not everybody has that.
I don't think so. Some of these moms, I'd be like, oh, you don't like your children, do you?
Not you don't. I do think the same thing. I'm just like, why are you? Why did you have like you don't like this movie? Like,
You don't.
but I try to put myself in the same shoes as them. Like, it's just a human thing to lose patience.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think your mom's background definitely helped equip her with the tools necessary to have those, I don't know, to be able to deal with kids
And
compared to everybody else.
I want to slightly paint a picture of my mom. So my mom was a first grade teacher for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
She had a master's in early childhood development psychology.
That is just the recipe for good parenting.
Also, she, was the wife of a military service member. So there are often times where my dad was deployed.
Mm-hmm.
I think his longest deployment was a year.
Oh.
And so you're looking at a teacher who is responsible for many children, having to grade, having to do, because back in the day, you used to go to the parents' house and have the little parent-teacher conferences or whatever. Teachers don't really have a life. They are 24/7 teachers, and then having 2 children on top of the spouse being gone.
Mm-hmm.
So how she was cranking out patience for us, I do not know.
Jesus
is
but
I have to say, if I am half the mom that my mother was to me, my children will be fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's great.
I think my mom there were times where gentle parenting was attempted.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely didn't stick. Like, just the mindset. I think it's a mindset, the parenting styles. If you're going into parenting thinking like, oh, I have to hit my kids in order to correct them.
Mm-hmm.
And not even looking at the other options, I don't really see my mom falling into this category, unfortunately.
Yeah, the part of this that says disciplinary methods are used as a way of support instead of punishment.
Yeah.
That's a very beautiful thing. We've all been on TikTok and seen the little gentle parenting videos, and we're like, oh, it's so cute. And the one that I think about the most is, I think it was a little girl, and she was trying to pour her own juice. Mm-hmm. And she was spilling this juice everywhere. Mm-hmm. She probably spilled the container that was full. She probably spilled 80% of that container. And her mom was just like, it's okay. We have to be careful next time. Let's clean it up. And that's just you don't have that level of patience, say, if you are living paycheck to paycheck. Mm-hmm. Your child just wasted food.
Yeah.
That you don't have money to replace like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand in cases of gentle parenting, yes, it takes a lot of patience. Mm-hmm. And for that child to just be like, well, you told me I could pour it and now it's spilled and you're upset at me. Mm-hmm. The child has to be able to be like, okay, I got to figure this shit out too.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. And granted, this is the most preferred method. And I will say that. But let's get into the read. If you have had this kind of parent, this may be what you were like as a child.
Okay.
So this results in children who are confident, responsible, and able to self-regulate. They can manage their negative emotions more effectively, which leads to better social outcomes and emotional health. Since these parents also encourage independence, their children will learn that they are capable of accomplishing goals on their own. This results in children who grow up with higher self-esteem. Also, these children have a high level of academic achievement and school performance.
Was this you?
Hell yeah. Bitches was responsible and smart, effective. Self-esteem was not there, but that's cool for somebody else. Because I feel like when you have parents with 2 different styles, this is just a mixed bag. And also, in general, there are other things that go into how children come out to, their environment and if they're bullied and things that just don't have anything to do with parents. But most of this, I was like, yes, I give my mom her flowers, her several hand claps, because I want to say most of me is this outcome.
Nice.
And I thank her for that, because she a real one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now I feel like I have to learn how to gentle parent her right now because
Yikes.
she acting wild. When you guys get to the point where you still have to start being
Parenting your parents?
yes.
Bruh.
I'm not gonna be a gentle parent though.
Yeah, mine is definitely authoritative. I'm definitely just like punishment. Like
I'm authoritative and then I'm sometimes a neglectful.
probably neglectful too. Yeah, well, it's probably all the really bad ones, and I don't want to do anything about it right
A
now.
lot of it is reactive. I'm like, oh,
I do believe I am provoked.
is this the same parent that told me I couldn't do X, Y, and Z?
Bruh, there's so much stuff that I'm just like, wow, this is a different you. Like, you 10 years ago would never say this shit.
Yeah, you had like, you realize people actually do change, even
Yeah.
if they have a lot of the same likes and dislikes. Them as a person, it just, people really do change out here. And I'm like, you're changing for the worse. Do better.
It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to wrap my head
And
around
it's crazy because I'm like, you're just responsible for you now. How are you getting worse?
because they need.
Oh. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
So we are 2 for 2 right now. Those were my two parents. But
Okay.
have you had any other like parental figures? And I also am interested in how this works for teachers as well. Because I want to say most of my teachers were authoritative. Or so authoritarian, sorry.
Oh, okay.
And just do what I say and you're a little soldier and you're not gonna do shit. And I'm just like, your parenting teaching style is awful.
I had like a handful of teachers like that. It was like 3 or 4, but they left a scar on me. I was just like, I
Yeah.
don't like how you just treat us because you're responsible for us. Like, you're not being nice.
And also like you're supposed to teach us. So you
That
can't
too.
just be like, this is what I said because I read it in this book. That defeats the whole purpose of us going to school.
Yeah.
And then y'all want to wonder why we be doing shit and not thinking about it first. You taught us not to think and just do what the fuck people told us to.
Do your worksheets. I don't even remember what we got, but I heard it's packets now. You get like these packets of,
Oh God, packets.
yeah, like worksheets. You fill, I don't know.
Jesus, I'm glad I'm not in school. I ain't never going back. All right. So the third style is the permissive indulgent style. And I'm debating on whether I want to say this or not, but I'm going to say it. If we get canceled, we get canceled. So,
Wait a minute. What is you?
hold on. So, growing up,
Oh, dear. Oh, Lord.
us as Black children, we were always told that you kind of just need to be well behaved because certain people and maybe certain races of people were just going to automatically assume that you was a wild child and didn't behave. That was something that I was told a lot as a child. Please act right in this space because we are sharing this space with not all Black people and they are just going to make a judgment call on all Black people if you act crazy in this grocery store.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Super pressure. Pressurelicious.
Pressurelicious.
Anywho's a what's it?
Oh, God.
9 out of 10 when I was in the grocery store as an adult and children were acting wild, it wasn't the children that looked like me. And so I would always assume that their parents were this permissive, indulgent style. Also going to other non-Black kids' houses and see how they talk to their parents. I know that's a trope online and we all laugh at it, but that's some real shit because I've seen it before my eyeballs. Yeah. I've also seen it with one Black person. I'm not going to put her name out there, but I did see her talk to her parents really wild and I instinctively like cowered because I was like, you're about to get hit. And she never did. And I was like, what the... What?
Yeah, I definitely, I had my moments with my grandma. I was like, I can't do it at home, but I can do it with you. You're afraid to hit me.
See, I could never. There was so much fear instilled in my heart. And it wasn't even the punishment. It was the fear of the punishment that was effective. Because I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't want to figure it out.
Some things it was just like, I could get beat. That's fine.
And see, that's the other thing about these parenting styles. Like, you have to choose your parenting style that's effective for the child that you're dealing with. I always said that my brother was unpunishable. Unpunishable. He would get whoopings the pain go away eventually.
It does.
That's what, God rest her soul, my aunt would say.
Mm.
She would get whoopings, and there was corporal punishment. Everybody was getting a whooping. She was like, the whooping's only gonna hurt for a little bit.
Oh, God. I had somebody break down that beating my kid mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, man. Like, I wanted to put on my... That, like, I was like, oh, my sister, you deep. Because I was just like,
my sister.
that is some slave mentality shit.
It really is.
Like, that's what would happen to us. We would get beat.
But then I hear, like, African households are the same.
Oh, yeah.
But there was slavery happening in Africa. So.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the mentality that affected, like, the diaspora.
No,
No, but it's everybody.
you know what I think of when I hear that.
I know. Okay. All right. So
Okay, so the third style, permissive indulgent. Permissive parents tend to be warm, nurturing, and have minimal or no expectations. They impose limited rules on their children. Communication remains open, but parents allow their children to figure things out for themselves. These low levels of expectation usually result in rare uses of discipline. They act more like friends than parents. This is the parenting style I would say that you have with Louis.
Yep. He doesn't.
That's your little homie.
He really doesn't respect me as an authority figure at all. The way he jumps on me to initiate play, it's excessive.
He's like, come on, I'm going to use my full body weight against you.
He leaps.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're exerting effort to leap on me, nigga. Like, you really don't fucking respect me.
He's just like, we're buddies. We're
A
buddies.
leap from the cat. Like, he jumped off of something one day, and I was like, wow, that's how you feel?
When you were on the phone and he full body just like collided into, I was just like, oh my God.
Like, he'll jump, pause, sprawled out.
Yes.
It's so extra. And I'm just
It's
like,
really cute though.
you would never do this to Tip. Ever.
No.
Ever.
I'm not going to say what I would say in the house because I don't want the people to come for me. But no, he would not get away with that. There would be disciplinary action.
Listen, he knows that he can get away with it with me. So, yes, I am definitely permissive indulgent. But with dogs, I'm way stricter.
Authoritative or authoritarian?
Authoritarian. The positive one.
Gentle parenting.
Yes, the
Okay.
gentle parenting one. Yeah, because these puppies,
Oh, that's cute. You still call them puppies? How old are they?
they're 4.
I think they stopped being puppies at 2.
Really?
But I never had a dog, so.
Okay, well, I mean, they're under 20 pounds, so they're puppy size. I'm like a puppy adult. Like, it's just... Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so if your parents were the permissive, indulgent type of parents, or your caretaker, this is what you might look like as a child. Oh, that was maybe a poor choice of words, but we'll go read what the article says. So, limited rules can lead to children with unhealthy eating habits, especially regarding snacks. They can result in increased risk for obesity and other health problems later in the child's life. The child also has a lot of freedom as they decide their bedtime, if or when to do homework, and screen time with the computer and television. Freedom to this degree can lead to other negative habits as the parent does not provide much guidance on moderation. Overall, children of permissive parents usually have some self-esteem and decent social skills. However, they can be impulsive, demanding, selfish, and lack self-regulation.
Interesting. I worry I'll become that type of parent because I don't think, like, I don't know. Sometimes parents just go overboard with the structure, and finding that balance is very tricky. So I feel like I would just fall on the other end of the spectrum where it's just like, don't die.
Like, do
Come
your thing.
home.
Yeah.
Come home at the end of the day. Do your homework. Get good grades.
As you know, as Black women who don't have kids,
Yes.
I think
Big thing.
yeah, so like don't like attack us or something. Don't like DM us and be like, you guys don't know what the hell we know we don't have children. Thank you.
We're talking from the perspective as children of
Yes.
people that our parents.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But like, I think there's just a difference between saying like, you know, you need to read this book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to put her out there. Sorry. My grandmother. So when we had free time, she wanted us to read.
Okay.
And it was weird to me because I was just like, I thought this was my free time.
Exactly. That's how
Why am
free
I
time.
not being able to be free?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I saw her do this to my second cousins. And it made me really upset because I was just like, why are you dictating what they're supposed to be having fun? Why are you making their fun not fun?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good time if they have to do everything that you say.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is a difference between that and going, oh, in your free time, you need to read a book versus, hey, you have free time, do whatever you want, but your free time is from this time to this time.
Yeah.
So you still have that structure, but you give your child the ability to be independent and have autonomy of their time and their body and what they want to do. Because I like naps.
Yeah.
My free time, I like to take a nap.
Yeah. Imagine if you were supposed to be reading a book.
I would be falling asleep.
In the book.
Yep.
Face
Like,
first.
wow, Frankenstein's monster is actually not called Frankenstein. It was the best of times.
Yeah, I had to read entire like books within a certain time frame and write like a book report. That wasn't necessarily a school project. That was
When
just...
you told me that you would get extra summer homework, I was just like, what?
Summer homework, because I don't know.
I also don't believe in the concept of homework, honestly.
That's a controversial take.
You're
like, I said what I said.
I stand by it. Should I have children? The school might not like me because
Like,
I'm gonna be like,
you'll be
I
like,
don't
no
have
homework?
I have a no homework policy. So what's good?
They'll be like, ma'am, we don't have study hall in kindergarten.
And neither do you have homework. Do we understand each other? Do you need to take something home? You need to do some worksheets? Figure it out?
Homework is like, okay, what about like aftercare? Like what would be the alternative? Because I think practice is also good. Repetition is good.
Practice in the classroom.
Practice in the classroom. Okay.
Yeah.
But the classroom is for learning lessons.
Okay, you can do both. They are there all day. I don't understand. This is ridiculous to me. I just, like, I've never and I think this is, most people will agree with this. Whatever you went to school for, you are probably not in that line of work. You have had to learn how to do your job. You've had to learn on the job tasks. Never have you ever been required to, hey, while you're off the clock, go learn this other shit and tell me what you learned when you come back. No. That's fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And that's not how the world works.
Like, why do we require that of children? I believe in the Hotep little thing where they be like, this is conditioning people to overwork and not get paid.
Yeah.
It's conditioning you to always take your work home with you.
Oh,
and I ain't, nope, not in my African American household. All right? Whatever they couldn't fit in your schedule at school, they're failing you, okay?
But we always had homework. Always had homework, but they had the best education.
And I felt so underwhelmed when I went to college because I never had that much work.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're not teaching you how to learn stuff. They're teaching you how to deal with an unreasonable amount of work.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, not my cheering.
Okay. I respect it. Cause, okay, that makes sense. All right, I got you.
Yay.
Yeah.
Vote me for president.
Or school board council.
House of Education. What was that lady?
Department of Education.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that thing.
Yeah. Okay.
No homework ever. No homework 2020. When's the next one?
That's a great campaign though. Yeah. Like,
let children go home and be with their families. Let them decompress from learning. Like, brains don't work that way. They need breaks.
I would love just going back outside after coming home from school.
Being able to actually have the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Because these teachers be like, I only give 30 minutes of homework. I got 8 classes. So if everybody giving me 30 minutes of homework, guess what? Guess what I get to do? Sob and read books and write down numbers and letters.
Yeah.
That's
But
ridiculous.
I mean, the summertime homework was even. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I hated that. I hated the idea of like the school, like the little summer book reports. It's my summer. You
Yeah.
want me to work all summer to read and write you a report?
So our brains don't rot.
But then I'm like, well, if my brain is rotting from the information you gave me, it seems like it's not needed in my daily life.
Mm-hmm.
How about you teach me something useful?
Like taxes.
Yeah.
Like what a mortgage is.
So many kids in high school have part-time jobs. That information would have been very useful.
Yeah.
Granted, they're being claimed, but still, like, I could think of 1,000 things in middle school, not right now, don't ask me, that would have been better for me to learn. Teaching time management. Teaching laundry. Teaching how to iron clothes. You know, like, these are things you can do in middle school.
That's what my mom taught me.
Like home ec. Bring back home ec. These are useful things for children to learn.
Yeah.
Not know, okay, what is the powerhouse of the cell? What are we doing with this information that we all have?
The mitochondria.
What are we doing with that information?
I don't know, but you know,
It's taking up space.
Whenever we're running out of power because the earth is dying, we can just find a bunch of mitochondria and put them together in a battery, and then boom, problem solved.
How are we going to do that? It seems like you need a lot more science and computer science for that. But guess what? We won't know anything beyond the fact that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's just silly. It's silly, and I don't believe in it, and I hate it.
Okay.
Controversial teacher. All right, so you guys have been sticking with us through this whole episode. I hope you are okay. Like, take breaks. If you just found out what kind of parent your parent was and you upset, take a break.
Take a big old break.
But like, finish the episode.
Yeah.
Okay, finish it. Share it with your friends.
Yeah, share it and like.
All right, so the last one, the uninvolved, neglectful, disengaged parenting style, which is an interesting parenting style because some of this is like uninvolved, where you just not there. Is that a style? So children are given a lot of freedoms as this type of parent normally stays out of the way. They fulfill the child's basic needs while generally remaining detached from their child's life. An uninvolved parent does not utilize a particular disciplining style and has a limited amount of communication with their child. They tend to offer a low amount of nurturing while having either few or no expectations of their child. I wish my boss was like this, truly.
All bosses should be like this.
Yeah, just like lower them expectations and be disengaged.
Just literally leave me alone.
Until I need you.
Sign my checks. That's all I need you for.
Like, when things are above me, that's when it's your turn. Activate. Form of a manager who can do their job. Like, you know.
Otherwise, stay hibernated. Stay in your Pokeball. Like,
I did not choose you.
Yeah, like, just get out of here. Get out of here.
I don't think So I'm going to say that piece in a minute. So if this was the kind of parenting style that your parent or caregiver had, caretaker, guardian, this is what you may have looked like as a child. The children of uninvolved parents usually are resilient and may even be more self-sufficient than children with other types of upbringing. However, these skills are developed out of necessity. Additionally, they might have trouble controlling their emotions, less effective coping strategies, may have academic challenges, and difficulty with maintaining or nurturing social relationships.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good for the child.
Damn you, parents.
So after I did all this research, I came to a conclusion, and I'm going to see if you came to the same conclusion. What I discovered was, I want to say more in regards to my dad, is he really fluctuated with all three. Minus the gentle parenting. I just don't think that was what he thought was an effective style. I don't think he saw the value in that kind of parenting. But as far as the, disengaged, as far as the indulgent, as far as the authoritarian. I think he fluctuated through all of those, which makes sense because
Yeah.
parents are not robots. They're not going to be the same style every single day.
Unless they try.
Yep, unless they try.
Or it might come naturally. Like if you're naturally a neglectful parent, never mind. That doesn't apply to you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But that was really my take. So, I think there are probably well-meaning parents out there who would like to be a gentle parent, and it's just hard. It's harder than they have the ability to provide that kind of parenting style. But I'm not even gonna fake. Being a parent is hard. I'll have to be one to understand that.
Yeah.
But I also think, parents can take responsibility and accountability for the things that they could have done better, that they didn't do better.
I'm definitely pro
apologize to your kids,
but also pro family therapy. Like I was split. I was like, for one parent I would do it, for another parent I won't do it. But then I was just like, nah, for both I need you know. So now I'm just kind of like, if you are in a space where you're willing to kind of just reflect on your parenting styles and you want to do that with your kid, I think that would be a very powerful conversation that could happen. But I definitely could see the need for a medical facilitator, like somebody professional in the room when that's happening.
Yeah. Also, if you are the parent of an adult child and expect to have grandchildren, I think this is a very, very good thing for you to look into.
Because I don't want my kids around somebody that's not going to be attentive to their needs, or is going to put too many rules on them and make them feel suffocated. And
that's definitely one, and I'm not going to name drop them, but
you can. We're 30 now.
I'm not just for their peace of mind. But I do have some friends that were friends I made through a ex relationship, and they now have 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. And there was definitely some contention between the parents and the grandparents about what was appropriate to do, what was not appropriate to do. So I think that's also something to consider, is that if your parents want to spend a lot of time with your children and they are, let's say, authoritarian or they're indulgent, and you're like, no, we don't just let them do whatever the hell they want because they come back from your house acting like a damn fool. No. Those are also good conversations to have prior to, those grandchildren being in the picture, because they're going to be confused.
Yeah.
And then they're going to, depending on which parent versus grandparent is doing what, they might be like, well, grandma is nice to me and she let me do this and you don't.
Yeah.
Or, which is the case, I think, for both of us. Grandma act like I'm a child soldier and I don't like it over there. She don't let me do anything.
Not a child soldier. Yeah, I mean, my grandmother.
But also giving your child the ability to decide whether they want to have those relationships.
Yeah.
Because I think that takes a lot of tension out of the room between the grandparent and the parent, where you're just like, my child is telling me that they're not comfortable with you. You want me to force them to hang out with you?
That's a conversation a lot of people aren't ready for.
That's like, I love to see those TikToks where parents are, not forcing their child to hug, and to, give kisses, say hi. Yeah. Like, they're giving their child the ability to kind of have more autonomy over themselves with family. Yeah. And I think that's so, so, so important.
Because it's missing.
And you're going to really teach your child that other people's want and needs to have access to you is more important than your comfortability. And that's a problem.
It's definitely spreading like wildfire, like amongst my family on Facebook. They're just like, don't invite me to no house where no kid speaks to the adults and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like,
Don't invite me to no houses where children are not treated like humans. It's so strange to me. But when I think about how my dad was brought up, that was just the status quo. There was no other type. There was no other example of this. And it was really very black and white. You were either, a drill sergeant with your kids, or you would just let them do whatever they wanted. And there was no middle ground.
Mhm.
And I think this gentle parenting, this authoritative,
Mhm.
is just such a beautiful parenting style because it's so balanced.
I wish they would change the name though. It's
So-
too close to authoritarian.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I kept looking at it when I first did the research. I was like, these
Mm.
are the same words.
Mhm.
I really had to look. I was like,
One
why
of
does
these
every
things.
article I pull up have this typo?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I can't read. I figured it out. It's
Words
the-
be wording. It be
Especially when
wording.
you used to reading stuff and doing all types of stuff all day, and you're like, my brain refuses to read. I'm just looking at the shapes of words and hoping for the best.
Sometimes I wonder if that's how people read in their older age, because I'm like, how are y'all getting to these books so fast? Because
I'm not. I'm glad we live in the age of audiobooks, because when I get old, I ain't reading shit.
reading does keep you a little bit
Sharp?
A little
I don't
bit.
want to be sharp.
You don't.
Let me be dull.
You-
Let me pass away in my dullness. All I need is food.
You want to
Give me food and my TV programs. I'm gonna say programs like old people. I'm ready. I'm ready. What's
You're-
that program? The game of chairs. The what you know with the when they had the dragons, the lizards. The lizards are the breathing the fire, and the girl with the hair. That's the white stuff. You know. Put on my program, babe.
You're gonna be a great old person.
I can't wait.
Oh my god, I can't wait either. Beyond 40.
I need to just skip from like 40 to straight like 70. I don't want the middle ground. I'm good.
You
That's like
don't.
where you raise kids. I gotta figure out your 401k and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm good. Just skip me right to the nursing
Can we
home.
skip to
Yeah.
the good part?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All that.
Okay.
They're gonna have like tricks and old cereals there that we can honeycombs and
Oh,
stuff.
wow, honeycombs.
They're gonna have Dunkaroos. It's Dunkaroo night. Everybody get their dunks.
Jesus, light brights
Yeah, they're gonna be
illuminating the
playing,
dark.
Best of the 2000s. We're gonna be
Now that's what
dancing.
I call music.
Yep,
Mhm.
Carrie Hilson. Then when love knocks you down, play that again, baby. I love that song. We're so white, twerk.
No, stop it.
Can't wait. If I
Oh,
have kids, I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of them.
oh my God. You're going to be the funniest old person ever.
I'm gonna be a delight.
Jesus.
Well, that was really all we have for y'all today. I do have the source, the article, the book number. Actually, that
Oh,
was from,
yes, research.
it's a .gov.
Wow.
So you know,
See?
I picked a good source from the interwebs.
Yes.
Y'all was sleeping on me because you're like, I ain't listen to this shit. She said fucking internet. Nah, I did my research. I got an article studied and peer reviewed.
Beautiful.
So we'll link that somewhere, I guess, for y'all. Or if you want it and
Yeah.
we don't link it, just ask us for it. And we'll give
Yeah,
it to you.
slide into our DMs. We like the conversations.
But this month we got full length episodes all month. So
Yeah, full length episodes for the rest of the month.
enjoy that shit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's hard work out here.
Very much so.
So
Mhm.
with all that said, be kind to yourself.
Be kind to others.
And continue to be that beautiful little galaxy that you are.
And continue to be that beautiful little galaxy that you
are. Mufasa.